Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the Whitetails Dynasty as we take on Northwestern and Illinois in this episode. And we are coming off of a huge win versus top 10 ranked Iowa. We have jumped up to number 15 in the nation. So this is going to be a tough last 4 games of the season. We do end the season playing against our rival Wisconsin, so it's gonna be a tough way to the Big Ten championship. Now we're going up against the Northwestern team who likes to run the ball. Robinson and Washington are both good runners, and remember, Washington is a dual threat quarterback as well. Robinson is, and look at us. We're on top of our conference, and really we own the tiebreaker with Iowa. So even if we lose one game, we will still be in first place. But obviously we want to go the rest of the way, winning these games. So here's Robinson at quarterback, starting it out, running the ball, and he can't get to the first down marker. That is a tackle by Shaq Royal. And out comes our offense, who came off of a 42-point performance versus Iowa. First throw out to the right side. That's Chris Coretta. He gets wide open down the right sideline, gain of 36 yards for the big tight end, the senior, and he's got a first down to start us off. So here is Jabari Blaze trying to get going in the run game. He's only got 3 yards up the middle, but our offensive line has been blocking really well. So really, I contribute a lot of this success this year to our offensive line as Xavier Storm gets open over the middle for about 7 yards. And that's opened up running lanes for this running attack. Here's another handoff to the left side, and Jabari Blaze is going to cough it up, but luckily Jacoby Beck, the senior, is there to pick it up. It's a gain of 7. So at about the 12-yard line from the shotgun this time. 3 wide receivers out there and a tight end. DiRoberto scrambles. He gets tackled at about the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 9 on that run. So how we get it to a 3rd and goal this time. Scrambling out to the right. DiRoberto again throws, and he's got Francis Smith, the sophomore, for a touchdown, 6 yards out. And that's a nice opening drive for DiRoberto. And we get on the board here, making it 7-0 early on the road. So we do get the ball back here at the end of the first quarter after Northwestern rolls down the field and scores a touchdown. First shot down the field. It's big Francis Smith again. 6'5", all of them, 43 yards. And that is a big catch. And DiRoberto threw that ball running out of bounds. That's a dime of a throw and a first down. So past the 50-yard line. This time Maurice highlights, goes about 10 yards over the middle, and he picks up the first down for his first catch of the game. Here's another throw across the middle, going right back to him. A gain of 13. Now we're inside the 5 on that catch, as we eventually get it to a 3rd and goal at about the 5-yard line. DiRoberto, he's going to throw, but he's going to get hit, and the pressure was right there. Northwestern doesn't have a bad defense, and they are kind of an up-and-coming team. I kind of compare them a lot to Rutgers. Remember, Rutgers had that great recruiting class last offseason. Northwestern is kind of in the same boat. They just need to get over this hump. So now 2nd and 7 at about the 45. Breaking the tackle is Robinson. He gets out loose to the left side, and he's going to take it to about the 23-yard line. Gain of 21 yards and a first down on that run. So now here's Robinson from the shotgun. 2nd and 7, pitching out to Washington, who gets tackled by Ryan Robinson. That's a gain of nothing. And then brings it to a 3rd and 7 at about the 19. Delayed handoff. This time Washington gets up the middle, but he's going to get tripped up from behind. That is Jonathan Simmons, the true freshman, and they tie this game up at 10 apiece. So here is a counterplay on the next drive. The offense trying to get going in the run game, and there is Jabari Blaze picking up about 9 yards. So 2nd and 1 from the shotgun. Throw across the middle. It's going to be picked off by Brown, and we're trying to find Price Greer, who has been getting more and more involved in this offense. That time we just try to force it to him, and that's an interception, and out comes Northwestern's offense after converting on the last drive. And here is a throw out to the left side. This time Harwell, he's going to find his tight end that time. Robinson is, and that's a gain of 5 as they bring it to a 3rd and 2. Handoff up the middle. Washington stopped in the backfield. That's Ryan Robinson, the senior. Loss of 2 yards. And we get the ball right back, so that turnover doesn't hurt. So now getting towards the end of the first half. Here is DiRoberto. Throw across the middle, and it's another pick. That one is intended for Maurice Jackson. And wow, look at this secondary. Already forcing 2 turnovers. And remember, DiRoberto is the leading passer in the NCAA. I mentioned it last video. So every team has that target on his back. So here is Robinson out on the next drive. Deep shot to the end zone. He's got John Morton, the receiver, in the slot for a touchdown. He's only 2 for 5, but that one goes for a gain of 35. And they take the 17-10 lead going into halftime. We might be in a little bit of trouble as DiRoberto starts out the second half with the big sack. So from the shotgun here on 3rd and 14, this time DiRoberto, he's going to scramble out to the right side. Nobody's home. And look at the block downfield from Maurice Jackson. And he gets a gain of 16 and a first down. So this drive does stay alive here at the 35-yard line, but trying to run the ball. And this Northwestern defense, they have some good linebackers. So now we get into another 3rd and long. DiRoberto from the pocket gets hit on the throw. And that's going to be incomplete. As we come out to go for it here at about the 37-yard line, it's just out of field goal range, so why not? 4th and 13, throw to left side. It's Maurice Jackson open. He's got a catch inside the 20. Nice route on that one by the freshman, and DiRoberto delivers a perfect pass. So now inside the 15-yard line, here's a quick dump-off pass, getting inside the 5. That's Chris Coretta again. So 1st and goal, handoff. Jabari up the middle. He's got it. Touchdown run, and we do tie this game up at 17 apiece here with 3 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. So can we come up with a stop here in the 3rd? Northwestern's been running the ball well, but this time, not this time. 2-yard loss that time by Ryan Robinson, and Mark Washington can't find any running room on that one, bringing it to a 3rd and 5. 5 wide receivers out there. They're switching up the game plan, but trying to run out to the right side. That's not going anywhere. Alvin Ebiselli had the quarterback spy on that one, and we do force the punt. So now we have a chance to come back and take this lead. So here's Price Greer, the athletic tight end, getting open. He's got 10 yards, and that's enough for a first down. So 1st and 10 at about the 48-yard line. Jet sweep to the right side. Jacoby Beck breaks a tackle. That is a gain of 13 for the senior that time up the middle, and it's a first down. So Jabari Blaze back in the game. This is a handoff right to him. Jabari up the middle. He runs over the safety for a gain of 12 yards. And you can see our offensive line is starting to wear down this D-line. So here's another carry up the middle. Wide open hole. Nobody is home in the 2nd level. That's a nice 8-yard gain by Jabari Blaze. So now we start the 4th quarter. Another handoff to the right side. Breaking a tackle. Another first down. We just are continuing to wear down this defense as we move the ball inside the 10-yard line. Jabari up the middle. He gets tackled for a gain of 4 as we move the ball to about the 1-yard line and set us up for a goal-to-go situation. We bring in Brian Simmons, the backup quarterback. He's going to scramble up the middle. That's a touchdown on a quarterback blast. 1 yard out, and we take this lead, 14 unanswered points. As here comes Northwestern out onto the field. Can they tie this game up after that nice drive put together by DiRoberto? Here's a throw out to left side, and that's almost picked off. And that would have turned the game on its head. And instead, we forced them to punt the ball away. So now here we go with 5.5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. I assume that one more touchdown will seal the victory here as we try to continue to run this ball. So here's a play-action fake. This time, throw to the right side. It's Maurice Jackson who does break a tackle but gets pushed out of bounds to about the 30-yard line. He's having a pretty good game running routes. So 1st and 10 from the shotgun. Here's DiRoberto. Quick throw across the middle. That's Jabari out of the backfield this time. That's a gain of 12. He's been all over this game. So here, 3rd and inches inside the 15. Another carry, and there he is again. 4 yards up the middle. He's got about 70 yards rushing, and he's almost got 100 all-purpose yards. So here's a throw out to the right side. This time, Price Greer is open. Touchdown. 5 yards out. We make it a 2-score lead. And now Northwestern is in a hole here. and that's 3 unanswered touchdowns, and now they find themselves down by 2 scores. So here is Washington and Robinson lined up from the shotgun. This time Robinson dumps it off to Washington, and he is not going to go anywhere. That's only a gain of 1. That's a nice stop by the defense, and it comes down to this. 4th and 9, a minute and a half left. This time Robinson moving to the right side. He is going to get taken down. That is Alvin Ebiselli, who is taking over for that defensive end position. And just look at the work he is doing. Ever since he's taken over and has been a starter, he has done nothing but create pressure, made big plays. I mean, he has just been in there every single game. And wow, what a victory here for this Whitetails team, as we were down on the road but ended up scoring 21 unanswered and coming away with the victory. Nice game by our offense for sure. We turned the ball over, yeah, but we moved the ball on every single drive, and that's what you want to see. And especially going into the later parts of the season, this is when the offenses start to get stale, but our offense keeps showing up. Good victory all around. Ryan Robinson gets 5 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. Ebiselli, 2 tackles with a sack, the only sack of the game. So we move into game 2 of this doubleheader matchup as we take on 2-7 Illinois. And remember, Illinois, coached by Billy Gonzalez last year, he led them to their first top 10 ranking in over 15 years. And now look at him. He is at Alabama, but he is struggling. Even with a 99 overall team, Alabama is 5-5 after Nick Saban retires and Billy Gonzalez takes over. So let's see how this Illinois team looks without their great head coach. He maybe should have stayed there because it doesn't look like he's off to a great start. Alabama, he will have a shorter leash there. So here we go on the road, actually at home once again. Here's Xavier Storm starting it out with a catch across the middle. He was quiet in the last game. He gets a gain of 16. So here is Jabari Blaze in the game this time. Once again, after an 80-yard rushing day, he picks up 8 yards on his first carry. So now that brings it to about the 48-yard line. DiRoberto throws out to left side. That's going to be caught by Chris Coretta, the senior, 5 yards and a first down in front of this sold-out crowd. It seems like our crowd has been in it every single home game, and they have really made a difference here for this program as we've continued to win games and pretty much filled up this stadium. So 1st and 10 at about the 35-yard line. Quick throw. That is Chris Coretta open again, wide open, 15 yards as we're now to about the 20-yard line as we bring out 4 wide receivers in this bunch formation. Here's DiRoberto. Throw to the left side. He's got Maurice Jackson. That is 13. And the freshman is having a great year. I got to admit it. I was really skeptical about redshirting him because I wanted one of those freshman receivers to really get playing time. And Maurice Jackson, he's proven that he is the right guy. He can definitely get open. Doesn't have the elite speed, but he definitely does the job from the slot as Jabari Blaze does finish off this drive. And we do make it a 7-0 lead versus a poor Illinois team. So here comes Mackey. He's a scrambling quarterback. His first throw is going to be across the middle, and that's going to be way off. That's incomplete. And that brings it to an eventual 3rd and 9 from their own 25. Deep shot. He's got a man, but he will overthrow 89 on that one. He missed his opportunity. He could have had an instant score on that one. And now we come back out with our offense. 3 wide receivers to the left side. That is Price Greer lined up in the slot as we try to line him up at receiver quite a bit because he's got the speed, but instead we throw it to Jabari out of the backfield. That's a gain of 12. So now we run the counter play to the left side. This time Jabari Blaze, he gets a lot of room to the left. He's pushed out of bounds for a gain of 7. So 2nd and 3 now. We're going to run the arrow route with Jabari Blaze. This time, DiRoberto scrambles out to the right, though, and he will throw that way. Look who it is. It's Price Greer, who we've been talking about quite a bit. That's a gain of 32 on that one. And this Illinois defense is showing they've got some holes, and we are exposing them pretty early. Here is Blaze once again getting the carry up the middle. That's his 2nd of the day, and we do take the 14-0 lead here at home as we want to kind of have a good, some really good momentum going into the last couple games, because Wisconsin is always a tough game for us. They can run the ball really well. So here is Illinois from about the 47-yard line. Delayed handoff on a 3rd and 3. This time that's going to be Ryan Robinson, who's been coming around lately. He had a slow start to the season. Remember, his freshman year, he had a huge year. And I'm not saying he dipped off a little bit, but he has been giving up big plays early on in the season. So here we are back on an offense. There's a throw to Xavier Storm, and we get helped out on the face mask as we move this one across the 50-yard line to about the 43. Throw across the middle. It's Jacoby Beck, who has some speed. He does move forward to about the 14-yard, or to about the 27-yard line on a 14-yard catch. So deep shot on the next play. Here is Xavier Storm, who goes up and gets it in traffic. That's a touchdown. Look at that throw and this catch in traffic. Xavier Storm is not even 6 feet tall. Just remember that. And he just went up and got it over the taller defender, and that is a touchdown. As wow, he is only 5'7". Just remember that. And he just went up and got it. As wow, Eric Mackey back out on the next drive, getting sacked by Richard Lewis. So now with the 21-point lead, here is Mackey trying to scramble up the middle. He's going to break a tackle from Blake Childress and does pick up 12 yards. And now that gets it to a 3rd and 6. 4 wide receivers out there. Mackey trying to scramble once again, but we know he wants to run. We have the spy on, and he picks up a gain of 5. Not enough, as Illinois does tack on 3 points there with the very long field goal. So we get the ball back before halftime. Here is Price Greer. This guy is going to have a great career. Just watch out for him. He is a redshirt freshman. He's got speed at tight end, something we've never had. Chris Coretta is a great route runner, but he just does not have the speed. Just look out for Price Greer. He's going to absolutely explode come next year. So here inside of 30 seconds, here on the other side of the 50, but this time we're going to get flagged for the intentional grounding, and that will bring it to a 3rd and 18. DiRoberto, he throws over the middle. That's Xavier Storm, who breaks free. That's a touchdown. Wow. Xavier Storm just has the quickness. 38 yards in a blink of an eye. Look at this. I mean, the separation he just creates every single play is ridiculous, and he goes off already in the first half. 2 touchdowns. As we move into the second half in a 28-3 game, and look at Shaq Royal now getting in on the fun. He sacks Mackey on that one, and that brings it to a 2nd and 16. Throw across the middle. That's Mitchell, the tight end, for a gain of 13, as our defense has been shutting down Mackey in this one. And that brings it to a 3rd and 13. Mackey trying to scramble up the middle, but he will get tackled by Blake Childress. And remember, he might be playing with his little brother next year, Con Childress, who is still getting recruited by a few schools, but we are in the top 2 between Wisconsin and Wisconsin State. We'll see what he does. So now we move on to the second half, just trying to run the ball, kill this clock a little bit, and put up some stats before putting in our backups. And now we get it inside the 10-yard line. This time, Jacoby Beck running the jet sweep to the right side. He's got a block from Jacoby Beck, or from Jabari Blaze, and he will get in. That is a touchdown, 8 yards out. We are just toying with this defense. 35-3. Illinois really had no chance in this game at all. As we move this one on to the later stages here of this game, we bring in Bryant Simmons, and we sit the rest of our starters in a big lead here. And here's Price Greer, who will get some valuable playing time towards the end of this game. That's a nice gain of about 20 yards. So here's Adam Murphy, the power back in. He's getting a catch out of the backfield. Won't see that too often. And he picks up 6 yards on that catch. So 1st and 10. Here's another throw off to the right side. It's Price Greer again. He gets pushed out of bounds for a gain of 12, as that one puts him over 100 yards. So here is Simmons this time, scrambling out to the right side. He's going to try to throw, and that is going to be caught. That is Price Greer. Touchdown, 10 yards out, and we do put another touchdown on the board, and that one will seal this game up. And if you didn't notice, Justin DiRoberto did break the school record for touchdowns in this game. So he does get the player of the game honors as we are rolling now. After beating Iowa pretty badly, we do win 2 in this episode, Northwestern and Illinois. 45-10 in this one as we move into the top 15. Hopefully maybe back in the top 10 after the next 2 games if we do end up winning those. But we'll see, because the committee, I don't know if they have much respect for this team. Really, because we lost that game to Marquette, we kind of had to crawl our way back into the rankings, but this will help with a blowout win. And winning games, we should win by a lot of points. And Bryce Greer had a big game. Xavier Storm had a huge game as well. And we came away with the victory. You like to see that. And Alvin Ebicelli, look at this game. He had 7 tackles, 2 for loss, and a sack. He had a great game as we actually get 4 sacks in this game. Jake State Farm actually had a sack as well for his first career sack. So we are going into the last 2 games of the season, and it's going to be fun because Wisconsin is going to be a tough game, we all know. And maybe if we win these next 2 games, we will definitely be in the conference championship, but we do have to take care of business first. So hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah, they filling out these job applications. Life got hard after high school graduation. I went to college and your boy got financial aid. They gave me money, then I went and bought a pair of J's. And I bought a pair of shades. And I bought a new computer. Had $400 left, spent the rest on